Welcome to the list. This show where we pluck out a movie out of the famous Geeks, and Joysticks list. A list compiled by movies that we haven't seen in a long time, or we haven't seen it at all. Today we're watching Batman and Robin. I'm your host, Edward Prize. With me and sometimes you can be Felix. The Beaner Felix.
El Beaner. And I can say that because I'm Mexican.
I can say it because I'm half.
No, you can't.
Oh,
fuck you.
Canceled.
You're appropriating my culture.
Let's get into Batman and Robin, dog. Unless, as much as I want to sit here and talk beans with you, pinto beans, peruano beans.
I'm going to say beans is one of my favorite foods.
Okay. You love your legumes, man?
Yes, I do.
Y'all see how much we do not want to talk about Batman and Robin?
Wait. I gotta tell you the truth. I was excited we were gonna talk about this. But I was putting off watching the movie, and I finished watching the movie before recording this, and god damn it, I should have used those 2 hours to sleep.
Well, let's get into it. Batman and Robin tried to keep their relationship together, even as they must stop Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy from freezing the Gotham City Bay.
Fucking Plot's way.
If you're here before we did last week was Batman Forever. Make sure to watch that because a lot of it is copy paste since they released within 2 years of each other. So we don't want to repeat ourselves a whole lot, but same shit. It was very toyetic. All the interesting factoids back there. So make sure you go back and watch the Batman Forever review. But yeah. Batman and Robin. Again, everything is very toyetic, but different, right?
Yes,
Different
this feels more plasticky than the first one.
Somehow. I don't know how they did that, but yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I made these notes years ago, and I made the same notes. It was made as a commercial for other stuff, basically. It's made for rides, toys. Especially, it's weird because again, it's for PG-13 stuff, and they're trying to sell it for kids. It just doesn't make sense.
Exactly, and this is the longest advertisement I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and we've seen the Super Bowl together.
It's another cheese face. He skates off a dinosaur. Every line of the movie is a one-liner.
Excuse you? He just slides off the fucker. He does not. He skates like 3 minutes after. But
yeah, because he goes go gadget ice skates and they pop out of his fucking shoes.
Oh my god!
And then he's air surfing all this in the first 10 minutes, Doug.
The air surfing. Wait, because we gotta say, I don't know. Did you watch this in the theater? Because I did.
I think I did.
I have fond memories of this because I didn't mention this last time, but when I saw Nicole Kidman on that one, my kid heart was, what is this new feeling I have in my body?
Why is all my blood rushing to my pee-pee? Yeah.
Exactly. I was like, wow, 4-year-old me has boner for Nicole Kidman and doesn't know how nothing. Then this movie comes out, and
I didn't feel that for Nicole Kidman. I felt for somebody in this one for that.
What, Alicia Silverstone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think officially she was my first crush ever.
She was one of them for me because by this time I already had a hard crush on Kimberly from the Power Rangers.
Oh, not me. I thought Kimberly was bland when I was a kid.
What the fuck wrong with you, the Pink Ranger, man?
I mean, I had mad respect for her because she was a badass, but I was not. I was never. Oh, Kimberly is in my heart.
Oh
never.
My god, she's my favorite, dog.
And I do understand you, but I do not share the sentiment.
That's fine.
Alicia Silverstone, on the other hand, she
was like an adult version of Kimberly for me.
Oh, she was just Batgirl for me, and
she fine. She defined it, dog. She fine.
The way she talks, like she makes her, like she moves her lips in a way that looks like crooked.
Yeah.
And I love it about her.
Yeah, she was a cutie pie,
even though she puked on her son's mouth to feed him. No, she didn't.
Oh no.
She was like mouth feeding her son in a video. I don't know why, but I don't give a shit. Familiar. Love is unconditional.
All right. Alicia Silverstone aside, okay, let's stick with Alicia Silverstone. Never mind. How do you feel about her as Batgirl?
Well, she was a Barbara. She was fun as Batgirl. I liked it.
She's not bad.
Yeah, she's not bad. She's smart. This was woke before wokeness was even a thing.
Yeah.
That surprised me to no end. Annoyed me a little bit, but it was still funny because of the cheese of the whole stupid movie.
Honestly, the cast is not bad. I think it's just the direction that they're given.
Dude, I was reading facts about this. I did not even remember John Glover being on this one. He said that it was one of the most stressful sets he's ever worked on because Joe Schumacher sat down with a giant megaphone saying, "Remember, this is a cartoon. Action."
No wonder.
Every scene, I was like, "Oh shit, that must have been
terrible,
hard, tough, terrible." Yes.
Yeah. I mean, no wonder they're acting like a cartoon. But like I mentioned last week, a cartoon does a better job of being a cartoon.
Dude, the cartoon does a better job of being Batman.
Yeah.
That's the most sad part of all this.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the cast. Like, if you go back to that time, I mean, Chris O'Donnell, like, as a carryover, if you're like, who's the closest thing to a real life Batman? It's fucking George Clooney, bruh.
Yeah.
Before this movie, I'm like, George Clooney as Batman. If we're like in an alternate universe of the Geeks, and Joysticks podcast, where like we're trying to cast Batmans, and I'm like, how about George Clooney as an old Batman? You'd be like, oh, that's sick.
I would understand you, and I would agree.
But for some reason, it doesn't fucking work because he pulls out a fucking credit card.
That expiration date, forever. I remember the sound. Forever.
You're just laughing at it, but you're not supposed to. It's unintentional. It's like you're not supposed to be laughing at it. You're making fun of it instead of having fun with it.
Yeah, this by any stretch of the word is a good movie. This barely is a movie.
But you can have fun with both of these. But Forever, I watched by myself. Batman and Robin, I watched with Bubbles, who is a fan of this one, by the way. And he's loving it, and he thinks it's the greatest shit ever. I think it's mainly because it's Poison Ivy, and that's his favorite. That's his main bitch. He loves Uma. That's it, right? Like, Uma's acting is terrible también, güey. Everybody's acting is terrible.
Yeah, the direction is shit.
Yeah, we're blaming it on the direction.
Yeah, no, but Uma, way shit.
Uma ma, dog.
Yes. Uma ma. Holy shit. But yeah, I mean,
I'm not a fan of the corners on the head, though.
No, not even the corners and the chichis, because fuck, way, that's horrible. The
costume is foul.
The costume is foul. Bane. Don't get me started on Bane.
Get started on Bane.
I think that's the worst character depiction I've ever seen in my life.
You can see like the spongy. Yeah, you can see like the sponginess of his arms.
And that wasn't even a sponge way.
But it looks spongy as fuck.
It looks horrible. And that was just paint on a dude's arms.
Yeah.
Who died a year after the movie, which is sad.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he was a wrestler. I didn't know that. But he died.
One?
Yeah.
The guy who plays Bane?
Jeep something. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on his name. But the guy who plays Bane was a wrestler. And he, I think, had the biggest arms of that year. So they cast him as Bane because of the physicality of the dude and the character.
Swenson.
Yes. Mad respect to him. And the costume designer, because they kind of made him look like a semblance of the character, but the whole thing of him being a tard, holy shit,
it's pretty foul.
I forgot about it, and it is so foul. It was enraging, and it still is enraging because it does not do the character justice by any means.
No, he just growling.
Repeating like, get the gun. Yeah, and that's about it. That's his whole role.
He's Frankenstein.
Yeah, and a poor version of him because even Frankenstein had depth. This guy just has nothing. Air maybe.
He nothing.
It is colorful also.
Yeah, it's the same tone of colorful, over the top visuals. But it might be too much, no?
With this one, yes, it is too much because they throw color at you like horribly from everywhere.
Yeah, they probably saw the first one and went, let's do that but better. And the first one was already on the limit of the extra color poppiness. Like you had to bring it back.
No, and that the only thing in design wise, I got two things that I did like.
Okay.
And I did not even catch the second one when I had to read the trivia.
Okay.
But the first one is the fact that the Gotham City is on roids.
Mm-hmm.
That the whole bridge is like the back of a giant Atlas type statue, and all that I loved it. It was so over the top that it felt like something from the from a comic book, not necessarily Batman's comic book.
Right.
It was so cartoony. I loved it, and I never got this even after knowing what the character was, but Robin's suit is like directly based on Nightwing's suit, just that instead of blue it's red, and I love that.
Okay, I mean
that and
nipples,
and the fact that the nipples, bro, nipples.
Why didn't they put nipples on there? At least just on a Batgirl, dog. What the fuck?
No, Batgirl had no nipples. Batgirl suit had like a it had like a bra.
Yeah.
It had the outline of a bra and like a window in the cleavage.
Mm-hmm.
It had all that. But why?
I don't know, man. I really couldn't. I wouldn't understand why.
I read that they want him to look like Greek gods,
which sculpture wise they do.
Yes. And it's weird because Clooney's suit is like slender.
Yeah.
And
he's not a bulky man.
No, he's not a bulky man. He is slender, but that make the proportion from his body to the whole cowl he's wearing super disproportionate. Yeah. And that irked me. Like in this last watch I did. Other than that, and Freeze's armor, I liked it.
Well, let's get. What else am I saying? Let's segue to Freeze. By far, Arnold's the MVP, right?
Oh yes,
by far. He's the only one that knows what movie we're in. He is also not playing Freeze.
No,
because Freeze is literally cool and composed and psychological and diabolical. Not like chill or it's time to freeze. He doesn't speak in fucking puns all the time.
No. It right now dawns on me that almost all the Batman villains are geniuses in their own way. Like Mr. Freeze was a doctor with high whatever. Pamela Isley as Ivy also. Harley Quinn was a doctor, therapist. I mean, they were almost at the tippy top of their fields and they turned bad.
Yeah.
And in this one, they're just like buffoons.
I mean, as far as villain stories go, Freeze has the best one. I'm balls deep in Batman the Animated Series. I passed his episode. It is fantastical. It is great. It's the same one that he's trying to do it for the wife and all this shit. So he's doing bad things for a reason. So, and the reason is so strongly, it's easy to empathize why he's doing it, right? And they tried it. They did it here too. And I think that Arnold's performance of him being like a normal dude with the wife, and then he transitions into Freeze, I think that's what helps the performance and helps the character. But the direction of being extra cheesy and over the top, that just doesn't help. But if we have to give an MVP, Arnold. He's the only one that knows what movie we're in.
Yeah, and he looks like he's having a lot of fun.
He's having a lot of fun. He knows that this is Batman. Let's just go with the flow, right? And the makeup of like the way his skin looks is pretty dope. I'm not mad at the armor. It's a little extra, but I'm not mad at it. He's not a doctor, right? We always want to call him Dr. Freeze. He's a fucking mister. Why isn't he a doctor?
I don't know.
He's
That's
Mr.
a good
Freeze.
Question.
He's Mr. Freeze. Bubbles and I always want to call him Dr. Freeze. He's not a doctor. He's a mister.
in this movie or in general? Because he is a doctor.
In life, no?
No, I thought he was a doctor. Like, and the character. I thought the whole character, the thing of the character was that the accident with his wife and whatever.
If you type in Dr. Freeze, it doesn't come up. It's Mr. Freeze.
Holy shit.
Mr. Really? Freeze is a supervillain. Mr. Freeze comic book character. Mr. Zero. Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze. There's no doctor. There's no doctor. Mr. Freeze. Senor Frio. Why is Dr. Freeze not a doctor? It was just an accident at the thing. He's not. Yeah.
No, he is a doctor. Victor Freeze.
Yeah.
I mean, he does not identify as Dr. Freeze, but he is a doctor.
Then why the fuck isn't he Dr. Freeze? Okay, there's no other doctor bad guys in Batman, is there? I mean, you said it. They're all doctors in their own way, but they're not called. She's not Dr. Harley Quinn.
No, I think there was one. Dr. Strange.
There was Strange?
No, he was a psychiatrist in Arkham Asylum. It was something strange. He wasn't Doctor Strange like Marvel one, but he was a Doctor something strange. And he
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, he was on the Arkham City game.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's petition to do Dr. Freeze. They do
Doctor. Yeah, I'm reading right now that it says that they revamped it for the animated series to be Dr. Freeze, a doctor in cryogenics. So he is a doctor
in the animated series.
Yeah,
it says Mr. Freeze though on the wiki fandom Batman.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia.
Me too. The picture says Mr. Freeze. I don't know.
No, it says Mr. Freeze, but he is Doctor.
I get that. I want his name to be fucking Doctor fucking Freeze.
Oh, I know he's a my doctor. Bad.
His nickname is Mr. Freeze.
That's fucked up.
That's why he's a fucking doctor. Give him the DR, dog. What are we doing?
He worked hard for his degree.
His fucking wife is frozen, dog. Fucking Elsa in the jar. You don't care that a doctor? Fuck out of here.
Asshole.
The voiceover not matching distracted me to no hell from this one too.
I was so out of tune with the movie that I didn't even notice that.
It happens a lot in Forever, but I think this one was even crazier. Like, it's just, you can tell that, what is it called? ADR?
Yeah, ADR.
The ADR on this is pretty ridiculous. And this, they add sound effects in this one that they didn't have in the first one.
Oh.
Kapow and all this. Like, what the fuck are we doing? It's extra. It's just extra.
It's like the last one had like a spoonful of crack.
Yeah. This Batman also though gets trapped so much. I didn't like that. He's basically Optimus Prime with telephone wires. It's insane.
Fucking mom.
It's insane.
Oh my god, that's an obscure reference. That's fucked up, you asshole.
I did that one just for you, Doug.
Oh, I do appreciate it. You have no idea.
So as far as Batmans go, Clooney's Batman is the worst. Although the Batmans can kick Clooney's ass easy, I feel like. Because he kept getting caught. And at least Kilmer gets caught a few times, but he gets out of it, you know?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And in this one, I think they forced it to get Robin to save him, but that minimizes Clooney, you know?
Yes, they undermine Batman a lot.
And in Forever, he gets trapped a bunch of times, like in that room, and then in the car with the guy. But he gets out of it. He finds a way to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And in this one, he just gets caught, and then okay, we gotta get him, and it's fucked up. So after watching these, well, not back to back, but I saw them within a year, right?
Oh, I watched them back to back.
Okay, so this might be even fresh in your mind. Is Kilmer, Keaton, and Clooney, are they supposed to be the same Batman? Because we have the same Alfred, it's the same Gordon in all four movies. And it's obviously the same Robin from Kilmer to Clooney. And Nicole Kidman makes a Catwoman reference in Forever.
My first reaction is to say no. I
That's
don't
what I
want
thought
them
too.
to be the same Batman, but they are.
But then I start to realize all these similarities, and it is, right?
It is the same Batman, yeah.
It's the same Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I just had never thought of that until yesterday when I was watching this.
Sadly, it is the same. It's supposed to be the same.
Even though it feels like Keaton is older than all of them, right?
He feels mature.
Yeah.
He feels like the Batman in the later years.
Yeah. And I think that's a huge disconnect too, because they never made it obvious that it's the same Batman. They never addressed it really, or did they? I don't know. I don't remember what the press or what it was back then. But when you say which Batmans do you like, you don't consider this a quadrilogy, or how do you say it for movies?
I don't know.
A quad. You don't consider it a quad, you know? No. You consider Keaton's are 2, and then you consider Kilmer's as 1, and then Batman. And you don't even think of Batman and Robin and Forever being 2 like sequels.
No, never. But they are. These are direct sequels.
The 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's 89, right. It's 92, it's 95, and then it's 97.
They're sequels. Wait, oh my god.
It had not hit me until when I was watching.
You hit me like a bag of bricks with that one,
which is pretty wild. Yeah, Poison. Yeah, we talked about Poison Ivy. If you had to pick between the Kilmer and Clooney, now after going back to back, who you picking?
Kilmer,
eh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
His Batman was better.
His Batman was better.
I mean, the only thing the Batman and Robin's movie has going for it is Mr. Freeze and Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah, I mean they do the slow motion at the end, running towards the camera, which is
I
fucking
love
dope.
it. I still love it.
Love with the fucking cape flying, so dope. But yeah, Kilmer absolutely kills Clooney.
Yeah, I mean,
even though I will say Kilmer as Batman is better, but Clooney as Bruce Wayne is better.
Yes. Oh, I have to agree on that one.
So it's a tie.
Because Clooney has more charisma than Kilmer.
Yeah, Clooney has the Wayneisms.
Yeah, he's got him too.
Fuck, it's a tie.
Fuck.
It's a tie.
Yeah, it's a fucking... Damn it.
Fuck, it's a tie. Damn it, I wanted to give it to Kilmer.
Oh, this pisses me off so much.
Fuck, it's a tie. I mean, yeah, because you have to consider Batman as much as Wayne, you know?
Yeah,
hey, but fuck it. Let's put Kilmer in the bat suit and then let's have Clooney do the outside, right?
Yeah, sure.
God, I wish we could have watched just the Tim Burton with no fuckery. I wish we could got those movies.
The versions.
The Burton cuts, you know? Because like I said before, like a lot of McDonald's and other outside sponsorships messed with the overarching.
Wasn't American Express?
Everything, like they treated it as a commercial. What could we sell? What could we attach the Batman name to? And they just raked in that money and did it like that, because you would think that this movie is a success for so many merchandise and roller coasters and fucking cups and everything that they put out. They treated it like it was a success. I don't know, because I was fucking 7 years old, what the reception for it was back then. But even Bossman was like referring to it. It's great. I'm like, you haven't seen it, huh? You haven't gone back and seen it. It is foul. Oh, you have nostalgia brain for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also remember it with a lot of fond memories. I remember it fondly, but watching it, like,
yeah,
damn, it's horrible.
It is rough. So we didn't say this last time. Should you watch them? I guess if you have a little FOMO and you don't believe us and you still haven't seen them, hopefully you watched the movie and you joined us. That's the whole point of these videos. But if you haven't, I guess just to be in the loop, so you guys don't think that we're just like being extra about it. But we can only look back and think of what it could, because it also makes me think of the Nicolas Cage Superman movie that Burton was working on.
Oh shit. You know? Oh my god. If that existed, I have a feeling that would have made me puke.
I would have.
Yeah,
no. But I'm thinking. No, I'm saying corporation less Tim Burton. If he's left to his own devices, Burton, not Burton Schumacher. Let's get Macher the fuck out of here, right? Mm-hmm. Let's do Tim Burton Superman. That would have been cool, because if they do, maybe that's why they pulled the plug on it, because maybe it was getting hate for both of these movies, you know. But I mean, what else? He did 2 movies how he wanted them to be, right? He did the first 2. That was a great success. Everybody loved it. Everybody was a shit. Nobody thought that Keaton was going to be able to be Batman. He was just a goofy comedian back then. And like, this is going to be fucking Bruce Wayne out of your goddamn mind. And he puts out, you know, Nolan aside, the best Batman, right?
Yep.
But then you want to take over and tweak and move, and you guys end up fucking it up. You fucked it up. So I'm wondering what it could be.
I mean, we got endless possibilities to think about it right now, but
I need a Rick and Morty gun to go back to where they do that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, leave a comment down below what you guys thought about Batman and Robin if you rewatched it. Anything, any and all thoughts down below. Let's mark it off the list, dog. It's off the list. It's off.
Finally, we got that shit out the list.
Fuck, we got it. But we got a new Batman this week to refresh our minds with. Hopefully that's not a hawk of shit. It looks pretty good. But we'll see. You can follow us right here for more videos of the list, as well as tune into the pod to see what could possibly be coming next week. Y'all don't know shit. I don't know what's coming. You guys stay tuned to the end of the pod where we reveal what's coming next. Anything you want to say to the beautiful people? Pinchy Felix.
You are not sending me to the cooler.
Always and forever you do.
Bye.
Hey, you're getting better with your outros, homie. Someone practicing.
I'm working on them.